Good morning. Before you get into your USA test prep activities, I just wanted to make sure you understood the differences between analogies, metaphors, and similes. They have a similar definition, but a slightly different nuance to them. By the way, if you don't know what a nuance is, that's something we're going to be covering this unit. Remember how when we learned about complements that I said complements was the main term and direct objects and predicate nominatives were kind of like more specific terms for complements? Or how technically all of you are students, but you each have your own individual name? Well, that's kind of what we got going on here. Analogies is kind of the big term that's comparing two different things, and similes and metaphors are just the more specific term used in different cases, though. Me giving you an example that analogies are like complements or analogies are like students is actually an analogy. We're basically going to be using the term analogy when we're comparing to concrete nouns, to actual objects, or to actual ideas. This is just like that. This is equal to this other thing. This is equal to that. Analogies are often used to make a point. Remember when we use them in our speeches? Versus metaphors and similes are more for sensory details, imagery, or figurative language. Metaphors and similes are often used when you're trying to describe something that's more abstract, maybe something with an opinion, something that could change from person to person, like something subjective. While analogies are more useful when you're just saying how two things are just straight up like this is just like this other situation. So a simile is when you're saying that something is like something else. You use it to say it has similar characteristics. You say like or as. He walks as slow as a turtle. How slow does he walk? Oh, like a turtle. I know turtles are slow, so that guy must walk really slowly. People may have different ideas of slow. I know my idea of a slow walk is very different from a person who likes to walk fast. So saying something that we might not know is similar to something that we do know helps us understand the thing that we don't know better. And hey, guess what? I guess that's why it's called a simile, because it is similar. A metaphor is when you're saying something is something, but only figuratively. He is a cheetah when he runs. I know cheetahs are fast, so I know he must be a fast runner. However, the sentence says he is a cheetah when he runs. Am I literally saying he is actually a cheetah? No, I'm just saying that's how fast his speed is. We use metaphors because sometimes just saying something is something can be a lot faster and more specific than using all the other vocabulary words to describe it. Plus, it makes writing more interesting and fun. For analogies, metaphors, and similes, you're basically taking the information you know about one thing and transferring that over to something that you might not know. She has soft hair. Okay, well, how soft? One thing could be soft to one person and not to another. So we can compare it to silk because we all know what silk feels like. Below, I have three similar sentences, all saying that the hair is soft. Can you pick which one is which? Pause it here to think about it and then hit play when you're ready to see the answers. So you're basically matching the pink ones to the blue ones. Her hair is silk. Her hair is as soft as silk. Both her hair and silk are soft. Her hair is silk is the metaphor. Oops, where's my little pin? Her hair is silk is the metaphor because it is saying it is silk. No, she doesn't literally have yards of fabric coming out of her head, but the hair that is coming off is basically as soft as silk. Her hair is as soft as silk, as soft as silk, is a simile because it uses as. It has the same amount of softness as the silk does. And both her hair and silk are soft is an analogy because it's comparing the two things, hair and silk, but it's more straightforward and less poetic than the other two. So all of these terms are comparing two things. Just simile is a more specific situation because it's using like or as, and metaphor is saying something is the other thing, and analogies are just saying that these two things are basically the same. They all kind of mean the same thing. It's still two things. There's still a comparison, but they're just slightly different. And I hope this helps. If you're still having trouble, please feel free to reach out and let me know.